All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Tucson. Good morning, Tucson. Good morning, Tucson. Listen, listen. It is truly a beautiful day. For the Bible says that God has made this day for us. Amen. And so we are excited to be here with you on this coming Saturday morning. This is the day that the Lord has made. We're to rejoice and to be glad in it. And you got three reasons why you should be appreciative. Number one, God woke you up this morning. Number two, God woke you up this morning. And number three, God woke you up this morning. And so you should be most definitely happy to be in the land of the living one more time. We want to thank all of our great partners and all of our great vendors that celebrated with us on May 3rd as we had that wonderful Fresh Start Job Fair partnering with Reentry and Parole and all of our different vendors and partners that was there. And thank you so much for helping us to help our friends. So we believe, and this is our new Fresh Start slogan, where we believe that mistakes should only be a life lesson, but never a life sentence. And so we believe not just in second chances, but we believe in fresh starts, because many of us blew our second, third, fourth, fifth chance a long time ago. And so we're excited again for today on this Saturday morning. Good morning. Get your Wheaties, get your Frosted Flakes, Corn Flakes, get your Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, bagels, donut, your mocha latte, your coffee, or your hot chocolate, whatever you like. Let's get ready because it is going down on the Fresh Start Show. Listen, we're here every Saturday morning at 7:30 on 106 The Groove. And we're here to talk about the issues of Fresh Start. Our vision is to where we believe that everyone deserves a new beginning. And we're here to help our brothers and sisters who's been formerly incarcerated. Listen, save the date. It's going down at the TCC, Tucson Convention Center, October 21st. From 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's going down. We're hosting the Tucson's largest public safety event in the city, called Fresh Start Expo. We got the city courts. We got the juvenile courts. We got the justice courts. We got the superior courts. We have Laura Conover and the attorney's office. We have Megan Page in the public defender's office. We have Andy Silverman and his law students. I mean, it's going down where we're going to be helping you to address your your legal issues, such as if you have pending warrants, we're going to help you. If you have court fees and fines you can't afford to pay, we're going to help you. If you're taking the risk driving on a suspended license, we're going to help you. If you need restoration of rights, we're going to help you. And if you've been out of prison for 3 years under certain circumstances, we can also help you to seal your record permanently. So it's going down. We also have a job fair. We have child care. We have haircuts. We have hairstyles. We have free clothes. We all of it is free. So join us. Save the date. October 21st. Is going down at the Fresh Start Expo at the TCC, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And so we're excited. So tell your brothers, tell your sisters, nephew, cousins, and them, church members, people in the hood, in the neighborhood. Meet us down at the Fresh Start. Is going down at the TCC. All right, let's get it. We have a very, very important community leader in our community. I've been knowing him. I've been in Tucson and pastoring Pilgrim Rest for 10 years, so I believe I met him somewhere around that time when it was time for the Christian Men's Fellowship to circulate to my church in November, is where I had the pleasure of meeting Barney Murray. He is also a ordained minister at the Gideon Full Gospel Baptist Church. He's also the president of the Christian Men's Fellowship. He is the new, let me say it again, the new executive director of Mentoring Tucson Kids.
Come on.
Let me tell you, our kids in the hood is in a better situation just because of this man's courageous leadership. And so we have Barney Murray with us on today, and we're excited to have him. And we thought it would be great seeing that when we're talking about helping people to not be incarcerated, we a lot of times forget about how important it is to be educated and to keep kids in school and to keep kids from being suspended, keep kids out of the juvenile detention center, and to make sure they have coaching and mentoring and all of that stuff going on. And it is very, 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 very important. And so on today, I want to thank, if I say Pastor Murray, Director Murray, or President Murray, whatever kind of role you want.
Barney.
Barney, all right. We got Barney in the house. And of course, we have my co-host, Tom Cortez, with us on today. And so he did a wonderful job. Real quickly, before we bring Barney in, tell us about the event on May 3rd.
May 3rd, out at the Pima Release Center, we had up to 28 different resources and jobs available for individuals that were at the facility in the 2 different programs that were inside. And all of them came out and partook. And then in the afternoon, those who were on community supervision in Pima County. Super successful event. The directors from ADOC and parole, all they could talk about, their mouths were just hanging open, big smiles, and next time, the future, we want to just clear this lot and just fill it with tents and tables, and let's get everybody out here that can help these guys have a future.
Awesome. Listen, we're going to be bringing Tom back because he got some other plans going on. We got some other partnerships getting ready to go down in the city of Tucson. But I don't want to rain on this parade. I want him to talk about some August stuff that's coming up. All right, we got Barney in the house, and so we're so thankful. What's going down, Mr. Sir?
Well, sir, first let me say thank you for inviting me and giving me the opportunity to share with you what's actually going on as we are transitioning to a new mindset in mentoring Tucson's kids. Lord knows that kids need help, but then again, parents need help, mentors need help.
Yes.
And so as we are transitioning into a more holistic approach to mentoring, and being that we are faith-based, we're trying to incorporate a lot more when it comes to dealing with our kids.
Wow. So in today's time, we're seeing, many of our kids having many challenges. From a clinician's perspective, obviously I see a lot of early childhood traumas that contribute to a lot of behaviors and bad choices and things of that nature. In education, we see these same kids that are having issues in the classroom, and obviously these are some of the same kids that have high referrals, high suspensions, sometimes expulsions, sometimes paper arrests to the juvenile detention center. Why is your organization so important for such a time as this?
I think because of the fact that we are offering, again, a holistic approach to each mentee. And by that, it's how can we influence the thinking of this child? One of my points and agenda is to incorporate the family more into the mentorship relationship, because we realize that if we take a child out of a home and mentor that child and have fun and activities, we send him home smelling like barbecue and French fries, and he's got 2 or 3 more siblings.
Yeah.
So what dynamic happens?
Or no father.
Or no father.
Yeah.
So the dynamic in the home changes when this kid comes home with a wristband from an amusement park, and so the sibling rivalry, the intense, how is that going to manifest? So we believe that if we incorporate the family periodically, not that we can have, some families have 3 or 4 kids. We can't mentor one-to-one every kid as of yet. But as we broaden our scope into the dynamics of the home, taking those into account, the mental health issues that come from, trauma, and trauma has so many different forms, that we are becoming aware of those. So we're doing a better job of the background of that child, the dynamics, what the home looks like. because one of the things we don't want to do is just be another organization that distracts a kid from his reality
Yeah.
for a couple of hours
Yeah. Yeah.
and then
yeah.
take him back home
Yeah.
to the same environment,
Yeah.
ill prepared for what's going to happen the next day.
Wow. 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 Awesome. Awesome. Let me ask you this, and I'm going to have Tom to come in with his question. In times of social economical challenges, poverty, and most definitely inflation, how impactful is that on families that you're serving?
It's huge. It's huge. And there's no one answer for every family that we mentor or have a mentee.
Yeah.
Some may need legal help. Some may have an incarcerated parent. Some are foster kids. So the need for mentoring Tucson kids not to become a answer to all prayers, so to speak, but we should know who has the answer. And so I'm in the process of trying to initiate and reestablish and establish working relationships with partners in the community such that if I don't know or we don't provide the answer, we know who does.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that pushes, whether it's food, clothing, or even a mental health professional to deal with it. If we catch wind of that in our mentoring process,
Yeah.
we got to provide, or we know who does. And so the partnerships in the community are becoming more and more vital to the success of that child's personal development.
All right.
We need attention, you know, and a kid, whether it's positive or negative, is going to find it, you know, and mentoring Tucson's kids is providing the positive. And we're seeing more often than not that the modeling in the home that is being done in the communities that so desperately need the mentoring and coaching is not holding up, you know, and if there's a single parent there, how do you get the other side of that? You know, and a kid is raised missing some part of what he needs. You know, if you never embrace a child, that child's going to die. You know, it's like we talk about in prison, in solitary confinement.
Yeah.
You put people in solitary confinement, there's
Yeah.
parts of them that die
Oh, yeah.
after a period of time.
Yeah.
And I applaud MTK and Barney. I mean, I love the, you know, moving forward and the opportunity we're going to have with the partnering with Care Portal and the foster
Yes.
kids, because we know 70% of the kids that don't go into kinship placement are going to become part of the system.
Yes.
And that's the mental
Yes.
health or the correction systems.
yeah.
Those systems, or the system that they're on DES for the rest of their life,
Yeah.
because it's just breeding itself.
Yeah.
You know, so a program like Mentoring Tucson's Kids.
Or being a teen and already have a felony, you know,
Right,
so
absolutely.
can't go to school, can't get a scholarship,
Yeah.
gonna have a difficult time with employment.
Yep.
And everybody's going to look at that first.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
you no longer have a name. You know, it's like we do with the COPE thing. You have a name tag, but it has a number on it.
Yeah.
Because you almost become a number. You're part of the
Mhm.
system, like in DOC. You're just
Yep.
part of a system with a number.
Yeah.
You know, and you have a file system that has numbers on it because you
Yeah.
can't have names because of disclosure issues. And it's like, it's just a number.
Yeah.
And it's not. We value every life. They value every life. That's what's the beauty of this program. And that's why people in Tucson should support this program. And if you're a mentor and have a desire to mentor kids, step up and contact them. Because I'll tell you what, right now we need people to model what is right in society.
Yeah.
And they need to
Right.
be walking toward the light and not turning toward the darkness.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's important because we respond to a void in the life of a child, whether it's whether they're a referral, the kid wants to be a part, or the parent needs the help. And the fact that I can no longer categorize who can get in and who can't. So all kids are welcome,
Yeah.
because I have found that single parent homes, dual parent homes, and blended families all have a unique dynamic that may cause a deficiency in the life of a child. And so we've settled on 4 things you get when you become a mentee You get to be loved, care, time, and attention. Those four things are what we provide. How it's manifested is customized for the child and the environment they're coming from. So the love, and that comes from our faith-based.
Yeah.
The care, that comes from our faith-based. The time and the attention is what Christ did.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the basic needs of a child, they just want to be heard. And
Yeah.
the saying is that each child is one adult away from success.
Yeah. Yeah.
One caring
Yeah.
adult.
So when we talk about mentoring, I think it's important for us to define, I think, relevant mentoring, because I think when you define what it is, you also begin to realize what it's not. And I
Yeah.
think we don't talk about what does relevant mentoring look like for today. We have more single parent households than ever. We have a lot of absentee fatherhood relationships in the home. We have poverty stricken. We have disenfranchised. I mean, we have so many layers. And one of the things I think about as far as relevant mentoring, it's not just this babysitting thing where I just grab little Johnny or grab Ray Ray and go take them to Burger King and we sit and eat and then I drop you off and I'm like, well, I put my time in. I think one of the big things of mentoring is helping people reshape and reimagine their reality different from what they're living in. I think that is so powerful. And that's just how I
Absolutely.
look at it. That because if that person, regardless of what they're living in, and if that mentor can come and help change trajectories and reimagination
Yeah.
of what their possibilities of success can look
Yeah.
like,
If I had somebody to turn to,
it would be very powerful. It
right?
would be
If
powerful.
I would have had somebody to turn to,
Yeah,
when
Yeah.
you go through the whole list of the
Yeah.
family,
yeah.
couldn't turn to any of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I was an at-risk black youth, so I'm from the hood, so I know.
Yeah.
So when people say Dr. Ho, I don't even think they understand how much of a miracle
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah,
it is to
Dr.
even
Ho.
say that from where I come from.
Yeah.
They see me do this, they see me on platforms, they see me in the pulpit, they see all of these, they see my glory, but they
Yeah.
don't know my story. When I tell you the story,
Come on.
it's like it's real. So I want to ask you, when we say mentors, I think it's important that they hear from you because we're not just looking for people to say, since I ain't got nothing else to do.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No.
You can volunteer if that's the case. You can volunteer. But from a
What is Barney looking from his leadership and vision?
Now, the interesting thing about it is that I believe that mentoring and mentoring youth is a calling.
Yeah,
It takes a special kind of person
I love it. I love
to
it.
want to
That's
make
right.
a difference
That's right.
in a child's life. Some become teachers,
Mm-hmm.
and some become mentors because they're willing to invest in the life of a child.
Yeah,
That's a
Yeah.
mindset.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so it's a special call that people need to feel. Availability, that's another thing. It's a heart position that how can I exemplify the love and the character of Christ to impact someone else? So that person has to literally leave themselves, not be so introspective, but what they see, provide a solution or at least attempt, like you said, to shift and to change the way a child thinks. That's why I dropped the term at risk. You won't find it in any of our paperwork. Because as soon as a child finds out you were picked because you are at risk,
Yeah.
then that mindset, if that's what people think I am,
Yeah, yeah,
then I'm going to act
yeah.
that
Killing
out.
the labels.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stereotypes.
So those labels have to be dropped. But the person who is willing to walk it out with a child, who is willing to commit their time, their energy into a child, whether that child's first grader or a 17-year-old who is struggling with his or her identity, then that person is going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not what they feel like it. They feel like this is what I can do, and this is what I should do. And the part is that heart position. We can help finesse the rest,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you have to be in a position where you're not thinking about yourself anymore. It's like, I am blessed to be a blessing, and I love kids. What can I do? Whether it's a Sunday school teacher,
Right.
or an academic teacher, or a mentor, I'm willing to invest my God-given talents and resources into someone else's life.
That's awesome. You know, we're limited on some time, so I want to close out. What's Barney's call of action? Because in Tucson, we will meet you to death. We want to have meetings, 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 meetings.
Let's talk
meetings.
about it.
I am tired of just some meetings. Meeting, eating, and greeting.
Yep.
It's more than that, right? We got to get to, when we talk about shifting trajectories in our communities and our cities, what's Barney's call of action?
Right now, the month of May is what we've kind of termed Mentor May. We need mentors. There's no shortage of kids. I need mentors, but I don't. My preference is, now, that's up there. My preference is an increase in men and women of color, young professionals, and those that are bilingual. We need more of those people who are willing to work with a child, contact them once a week, and then participate in our monthly activities. And we have activities every month that, whether they are in the park or a tour or the bounce house or it's a museum trip. So we need people who see the need to be part of the solution, not just talk. Everybody will admit mentoring works. It's an amazing thing. Yeah. And so when it comes to kids, I say there's like 5 ways to support. You can, or not support. There's 5 ways. When you hang up or fill out the card, first thing you can do is absolutely nothing. Second thing you can do is financially support. Third thing, volunteer. Fourth, be a mentor, or take it further, foster care or adoption. So
man.
Everybody can do something. So let's not do nothing.
All right. You have it, Mr. Barney Murray, our new leader of our great organization, Mentoring Tucson Kids. And so we're so excited to have you here with us on
Thank you.
today. Godspeed to your work and all the different things. You heard it. He need mentors. So don't just be some thermometer, just tell them what's wrong, the temperature in our city, but be the thermostat that can shift our environment and our culture. So thank you so kindly for being
Thank
with
you.
us, sir. All right, Tom, what's going on in the city?
We're going to thank Desert Skies United Methodist Church for their support and sponsorship through this program, 3255 North Houghton Road. Come on out there every Monday, 7 to 11. We got Market on the Move at Amphi Bible Church from 7 to 9 this morning. It's going on right now. Get on out there and get you a box of 60 pounds of produce. Come on out.
That. Yes, I like to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm
Amen.
greedy over here.
Yeah, right.
Well, you heard it from Tom. Get to those places. Get to those locations. That's what it's all about. You heard from Barney. He needs some mentoring, mentors who want to mentor. And so that's our call of action. So let's get it. Let's help our kids heal. Frederick Douglass said it's far easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. And so listen, let's get it. Let's make this happen. Listen, I'm also a pastor. So if you don't have a church to go to, there is a church called Pilgrim Rest down the street on the south side of 36 and Campbell. And then down the street from me is Barney Murray too.
Cross
at
the
Gideon.
Across the street.
Right in the hood. Tom, what's your church again?
Zion City.
Hey, there's plenty of houses of worship to go to on Sunday morning. Listen, God bless you. Thank you. It's been fun. Tune in every Saturday at 7:30. We're right here at 106 The Groove. So take care, enjoy, and remember, mistakes is only to be for life lessons and not a life sentence. Take care. God bless.